Hey, peace, Star Wars, man. We're just gonna get it started because we all backstage hanging out, like that's how you know we like each other and stuff. Cause we back in the backstage just kicking it and stuff. Like, oh snap, we got a podcast to do.
Oh
Like,
man, I that thumbnail gets me every time. Oh my
yeah,
god,
man. Yeah,
hilarious!
say what you were saying about RJ.
I'm telling you, he's like we all want him to. He's working on the right hand.
Yeah,
So
man, getting
you
that
know,
that finger strength, right?
oh man, it's
Uh,
hilarious.
yeah, man. So how's it going, man?
Going good in Cleveland. It's interesting, seeing where the Cavs play. It's pretty interesting.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
You out there touring colleges and stuff, right?
Yes. It's
Yo, that's fire,
exciting.
bro.
It's
I
great.
can't remember. Oh god, that
First
boy was
first
dope.
time first time in Cleveland, so
That was mad fun.
it's great. I love it.
Just
And
meeting new
then
people,
I'll be
especially if
touring.
you a people person, like
Yeah, it's great.
college is a different type of experience.
Yeah, it's fun. And then I'll be touring like Ohio University soon, so that yeah, it'll be good. Very exciting.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah,
Oh,
man. So
now this is great. I can finally see the chat through my end. Perfect. Carry on.
yeah, man, we all just starting to figure out this stuff here, man. I told you I broke my equipment when I went on vacation to Florida. So I mean,
Mhm.
like, so the shit ain't working properly. The other night I had a pie with Erica Beats, and I just completely got knocked out the stream. I'm like, this is my show, and I got kicked out the stream. You know what I'm saying? So he
Oh
was like talking to himself, by himself for a minute. But it,
man,
I
it
was
is
just
what it is.
I was just starting to watch that today too.
Evans, man. Shout outs to Eric.
Shout out to
I was
Eric.
watching that, man. That was a good one.
Yeah, he's cool, man. He cool cat. So anyway, man, what we gonna do about this RJ thing? How do you want to tackle this? We're gonna do the
Uh,
the top 10.
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
the top
sure.
10 first, man. So like,
So what do you think about the list, starting from number one going on down?
Um
um, for me,
uh
Harden is a point guard.
I don't I mean
So Kyrie played a two.
I get why Clay's there,
So
but
for
I
me, I
don't
would
know if
have Kyrie one because Harden is the point guard. Two, two.
All these guys are like classified as point guards, really. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be funny about it. What were you saying just now, Aiden?
uh I mean it's interesting. Like I feel like Booker could easily slide into that two spot. Um and yeah, I think it is interesting. Like they're technically all point guards like in the system of their
Yeah.
teams. Um stay will be back. Um I think it's interesting about Clay being at 8. I don't know if he can be as efficient as he once was due to his, Achilles injury and whatnot.
Yeah.
Um, I think you could.
Nah,
I think you could maybe slide RJ up to 9, but I mean, from where he's at in his career, being on 10 is pretty good. So
Yeah. But what do you do with guys like Bogdanovich? Some people classified Jason, not Jason, Terry Rozier as a shooting guard. Evan Fournier, is there. You got a couple other guys too. What am I looking at
okay.
here?
Now
Malik
that I
Beasley.
can finally hear Aiden.
Hmm.
So Kyrie, I got de facto one because he gonna play the two. Number two, I got Clay because I'm gonna be
I think
respectful.
Kyrie will play the one.
We, everybody got James Harden playing in the point guard, so I'm just going by position. So
Okay.
if Kyrie won't play the two, then Kyrie, all right. Kyrie one. I'm playing Clay two, regardless of injury. I'm gonna just have respect for Clay. Now three is debatable. It depends on who you like. So for me, three for me is Donovan Mitchell. Four, Devin Booker. Five, five. See, this is where it get tricky because Shea Gilgis Alexander. He not a point guard to me.
See, that's well, all these lines are blurred because some people will call him,
Oh,
oh,
and
he's
see,
a point guard or whatever.
it was crazy. I'm being disrespectful because I didn't even mention Bradley Beal yet. So,
Well, a guy like Jalen Brown is not even on the list.
now Jalen Brown is a three.
Is he?
I think Tatum's a 3.
Yeah, I think Tatum's a 3 too. What
Tatum
about
could
Paul
play.
George? Where does Paul George fit there? Is Paul George a 3, or
He's
sometimes
been
they got him
playing.
playing power forward?
Yeah, he's been playing the 2 a lot nowadays. I guess on the Clippers. But I've always seen him as a 3.
I think it's skewed. I think it depends on who you ask. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be skewed, like whoever you ask. Because I think Paul George is a 3. But damn, so if he's a 3, then Kawhi's a 2. Like, I see that. All right.
Yeah, I don't get it because in crunch time they have Kawhi playing power forward a lot.
So what position do you consider him as then?
I don't know. Yeah, that's how it's just this whole conversation gets real crazy at that point. It depends on who you think because even within our own team, is RJ Barrett even a shooting guard?
We could easily see him go to the 3 this year. I can
Yeah.
see him and Fournier like rotating between the 2 and the 3 this year.
Yeah. Because allegedly, RJ grew 2 inches or whatever, how many inches he grew. Now he's like 6'8" now.
Yeah,
I didn't,
and I've been hearing that. I don't. How did that happen?
yeah, I don't know. That's against science. I feel like Aiden, like you got some hope, man. Maybe you can gain 5 inches and still make the NBA. Because according to these guys, you be in
I'll
your
take
20s
it.
and still gaining inches.
My 5'7" self. I'll take it.
See,
I mean, look, they call that I'm like a. I mean, I'm a shoot heavy Muggsy Bogues.
A shot heavy Muggsy Bogues.
Oh yeah, dropping 40 on the haters.
that top 10 shooting guard list is tough. You got to just see the starting fives and go from there. A lot of teams is playing small right now, so a lot of small forwards. That's actually like small forwards are playing a 4 nowadays. You want to see AD move to the 5 at some point. Um, the game is changing, man.
Yep.
The game is changing. You can't just be all defensive anymore. Like you got to add some value to shooting. Like you
Yeah.
got to add value on the floor. So
Yeah, guys like Jimmy Butler too. LeBron's a point guard here. Some days a power forward. Some days he's all his positions all over the place.
Yeah, and the Lakers just got DeAndre Jordan today. Isn't that crazy? They keep getting everybody.
I don't know how they do that. How did Brooklyn even make that trade with Detroit? That didn't make any damn sense.
It was weird. They got like Jahlil Okafor, Doumbouya, and like some picks, and then Jordan got a buyout like really quickly, and then just signed with the Lakers. It was really weird. I don't know how they can afford all of this. That's what doesn't make sense. I think Adam Silver needs to be woken up because the Lakers have way too much power, or not even the Lakers, just LeBron. But
Yeah.
And
the two top teams in the NBA made a deal behind the scenes and stuff. How does that even work?
Right.
That's like unprecedented shit right there.
So, dog, if you think David Stern was alive, you think he would allow this?
Hell no.
The league would look so different. The league would look so different if he was still,
This guy Gilbert Arenas, he said on his podcast, he was talking to Chris Paul, saying the reason why that they vetoed that Chris Paul trade, because the trade could have went through, but he was talking about that it would have gave them an unfair disadvantage because of the salaries and stuff, because they would have still been like $25 million underneath the cap, even though they had Chris Paul and all these guys on the roster. That's why David Stern vetoed the trade, because it could have went through, but it would have changed the whole landscape of everything in the whole NBA.
Yeah.
But it seems like nowadays they don't give a damn. It's like, listen, man, you want to get a super team it up. I don't know if that's good for the league or what. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, me and my dad talk about it every day now. It's just like I don't know. It's just like it's just unfair. Like I get like the Lakers look like a retirement home on paper, but like how? Like you look at Brooklyn, you look at the Lakers. I mean, technically, you can argue like the Clippers. I mean, the Clippers, like every team is a super team in their own way, I guess. But I mean, I just think like, you got LeBron AD, Carmelo, DeAndre Jordan, Dwight Howard, Rondo, Malik Monk, Marc Gasol, like on and on. I don't get it. Very annoying.
So, so for me, I appreciate today's NBA. I appreciate what Kawhi did in 2019, um, by breaking up the Warriors, because for 2 years straight, it was it was pointless watching basketball. Like it like but nice. You third, it's like, what is going on with my product?
I love the duel. I love the duel in TMZ sports.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
That's
I like
great.
that.
Funny.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. Yo, that Warriors team is one of the best teams I've ever seen in my life. Like, and it was like the perfect fit. Like Durant next to Curry, like next to Clay. Like, how you beating that with a prom dream on Green? But it's like what Kawhi did in 2019 when he beat Philly, broke up that
Shot.
team.
Well, unforgettable.
Like he beat Philly, broke up that team. Jimmy Butler left, beat Giannis, taught Giannis how to. I think that series is what woke up Giannis. No, probably getting beat by in the bubble, but that series like kind of taught Giannis like I really got to get better. And it's like, it, man.
Well, the franchise too. The Bucks were kind of sitting on their hands, acting like Giannis supposed to take him there, and they finally made that deal for Drew Holiday, and the chips kind of fell where they had to fall.
So it take man, it's gonna take time. It's just gonna take time. It's gonna take a couple
You
of
know,
years.
competition in the league. That's why I like what the Knicks are doing, because we only added like two guys, but we brought back the guys from last year and all this fiscal responsibility and stuff like that. Because you have to you have to put yourself in a position to be opportunistic to grab certain players, whatever. Because with the power that LeBron has and KD and all these different guys, they have a stranglehold in the league. They can basically do anything they want at any time, and this trade proves that. But to stay on top of the ball, just to be you have your hands on everything else that they can't touch or they're not looking at. You just have to have all hands on deck to be able to fight this, because there's 28 other teams in this league. We can't just be like like held hostage by these guys, man. You have to fight. You have to figure out a way to get the best product that you can out there to compete with these guys.
I think it's just fair. I think looking at today's NBA is just fair. Like the competition is just more fair. Like when that Warriors team came together, like it was pointless watching basketball. So growing up, you had the Lakers back then. Like they lost to Boston, but then Boston lost, and the Lakers went back to back. They repeated with Kobe, and then another team rises. Dallas beats Miami when Braun goes to Miami, and then Braun goes back to back, and then the Spurs win. So it wasn't really like those years. Like it was like teams could like you could be like, all right, Spurs could still win the title even though Braun went to Miami. But when KD went to Golden State, it was pointless watching basketball, bro. Like he actually took the fun out of dad watching basketball. Like it was pointless because Golden State is going to beat you by 30. And if you was betting at the bookie, the best bet was Golden State third quarter. Because that third quarter with KD, like, so once KD loses, he goes to Brooklyn, right? Randall comes to New York. Cool. Now Harden in Brooklyn, Kyrie in Brooklyn. They just lost to the Bucks. Bucks got their own MVP. I just feel like today's NBA is just more even. So we don't know who gonna win the chip next year. Honestly, like like if you putting your money on a team right now, like you better hope they help 82 games. It's gonna be what team got the most depth. That's gonna win. That's gonna win the championship this year.
Yeah. In every era, I want to say the 80s. The 80s, you got to bring up, Magic and the Lakers and the Bird and the Celtics. It wasn't guaranteed, but it was basically already pre-written that both of those two franchises were going to, either one of them were going to be in the finals at some point.
Nice.
because I mean, I want to talk. I want to say like maybe like 9 championships out that decade went to them. 5 went to the Lakers. Like 4 went to the Celtics, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. Eight championships, changed hands between those two. So for every era it has that thing. Even the Jordan era, Jordan was almost guaranteed that he would be there every year because he was the greatest player. Even though they had like little subplots like Indiana and the Knicks, and in the West they had their teams too, their little rivalries. The Lakers, Houston, Utah Jazz, and things of that nature. But you just already knew that Jordan, as long as he had that team together with Scottie Pippen and all that stuff, that they was always guaranteed to get to the finals.
Yeah.
Look, yeah, LeBron era too. He had 9 straight, playoff, finals appearances. So there's always that kind of subplot. But what kills me is that like teams just give up, with the whole tanking thing and trying to get draft picks and whatever. It just kills the league for us as fans, because I feel like everybody, like, you're in Cleveland now. Cleveland had LeBron and this, that, and the other. But before LeBron, they had Larry Nance and all those guys back in the 90s and stuff. But outside of that, they haven't really been necessarily trying to win, which is not fun. It's just not fun for the fan base,
The Knicks,
Yeah.
man, we just trying to win, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun because now it's fun because like, the Knicks have like a real like set in stone squad. I mean, we don't have, I mean, hey, we have a set in stone squad to do good for this year and the next, maybe year this year and next year and maybe the year after, and then we'll see what happens with 2023 free agency. But yeah, I mean, look, it's not a super team, and it's fun to watch now with Kemba and Fournier. So I'm all for it.
What do you think about this matchup here, like the Bucks and the Nets, right? Of course, those are the 2 top teams in the East. Everyone's assuming that they're gonna, go to the top. But how do the Knicks fare against these guys? I think we match up pretty well. People, like automatically say, "Oh, are we playing against the Bucks? Oh, we really losing that one." But that's what I don't like, because we do have a decent enough team to match up against them, to give them a fight. At least give them a fight. We're not gonna get smacked. It's a
Yeah,
series.
it just depends if Giannis, Middleton go off, or some other else like Pat Connaughton or somebody.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not scared of them. Listen, I don't think we're gonna win a chip this year, but I'm not scared of none of those teams. I'm not scared of the Bucks actually. For me, it all depends on them young boys' development. Like, I know what Randall gonna give me. I know he gonna put up numbers, right? But them young boys, especially RJ Barrett, they got to take the next step. Kimber Walker, Evan Fournier, I know what they gonna bring, but for us to like really, if we realistically, if we want to go to the second round, like RJ can never average 14 points a game in a playoff series like ever again. Like, I should not. Like realistically, like if we go into next year playoffs, and he does something like this year playoffs, like that's my only thing. My hope is just RJ just take the next step. If he do, then we can do a lot of things. Cause I know what Randall's not scared of Giannis.
Yeah, he's not afraid of competition, and Randall wants to bring it. He wants to.
He'll go on himself.
Yep.
I'm not really worried about that.
Yeah, I just posted on that workout with David Zenon of Obi Toppin. So what are you saying with Obi Toppin? Do you think Obi Toppin he running 14 in order for us to be successful, or
I mean,
elaborate on your take?
He's making improvements. It's clear to see,
Yeah.
which is great. Like his jump shot looks like more smooth and consistent.
Yeah. I like Obi, but I just need to see more, man. It's up to Tibbs. Tibbs is the guy who's playing him 11 minutes per game. Like it ain't up to me. This is why I dislike Tibbs a little bit, because, like I always say, he played Randall 200 more minutes than the next man. Like that's like 4 more NBA games. Like, and you still like you got him playing, and we blowing the team out pulls by 20. He still got Randall in the game. And it's like, come on, bro. Obi only played 9 minutes, bro. Like, can Randall just breathe? At least. So I would like to see Tibbs like just try to adapt in that, or Obi has to play at least 20 minutes per game. Like he's not a
He
guy
has
you
to.
can start like he's not a guy you can play him in a 4 minute stint and they expect to get real production out of him. Like you gotta play him like a good 6-7 minutes straight. But we know how Tibbs is with him and Randall. So I'll see.
Well, it's not really like about that. Really, it's about who's gonna get you the win. So like if Obi Toppin got it cooking, I guess he's gonna stay in the game. He'll stay in the game. I think Tom
Yep.
Thibodeau would do that. He's not gonna take him out if he's playing well. But Obi Toppin will have to show more than he did last year. Even what he did in the summer league, I think that's like you see the points and you see the rebounds and stuff. But like impacting the game on the top level against real NBA talent. NBA starters, NBA, six men and stuff like that. Defenses that key on you and stuff. He's gonna have to prove on that level that he can contribute in order to get those minutes.
See, Aiden, you see
Yeah.
what kills me about what Die Hard just said, right, is Obi Toppin, I feel like he could produce. I feel like that question can be answered if he could play more minutes. Because he has a motor. It's not like we saying he can't defend. Like he
But
does.
look at what happens when you give him more minutes. Look at the summer league, 23 points per game.
Yeah, but is that going to translate into the real NBA though?
We have to see. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not a genie for Tibbs. I can't read that mind.
Well, Tricky's saying the Obi's coming. I agree. I think Obi's is coming, but he has to prove that. Like I gotta say, like it's kind of like the same conversation because I'm gonna bring him up. This the Candyman. Say his name 3 times. Freaking Frank Ntilikina. Everybody kept saying that he could play defense and he has a NBA skill and all this other stuff, and just give him minutes and watch him produce. Now look at all these years that passed. Now look at this. It's like like I wish that he can get there. But will he get there? He has to do that. He has to be able to get there himself. And I mean, he still has to write that story. And he definitely has the talent and the skills and all this to do it. But he's got to do it. He's got to do it.
Yep. So if RJ goes off this year, are we continuing the future Hall of Famer narrative state?
Oh man, he started this. He started this 20 minutes in, bro. Why he do that, dog?
I mean, he's already a legend with this. We're here with the palming here.
Oh man.
So when you look at a guy like RJ, you gotta expect greatness from him. He was picked third. Like we didn't pick him third to average 17 points, dog.
But you gotta see a progression.
I'm sorry. He got better. He got to get better.
Compare RJ to Obi though. Look at the impact from RJ. RJ wasn't giving you like 17 originally. He only averaged 12 points a game his first year. But that didn't matter. That I'm saying that didn't matter because he was at least showing you that listen, this kid is going to be good. Obi Toppin on the other hand didn't have that moment yet. This summer league is probably like the first time that we could really say like, wow, he really can play. Now we're anxious to see what he's going to do in the regular season. All last year he didn't have that moment into the playoffs. It took him damn near 70 3 games in order for him to show anything close to an NBA player. But RJ Barrett had that from day one.
So to defend Obi real quick, we always said Obi Toppin is a person, he needs a crowd. Like remember he was playing all those games with no fans in the stands.
Same with Randall.
Come on, I'm going to try to defend the kid. Like he's that type of player. Like he's an energy player. He's a player he need fans in the stands. Like he's that type of guy, and you need guards who could feed him the ball instead of.
Look at this. My man, Aiden, he's gonna need this when he gets to college. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this stuff. Not just one container. He's gonna need like 3-4 containers. You know what I'm saying? That's just what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh man.
But I'm using that example because it's like, Obi needs a crowd, or like this guy needs that. He needs this. This guy needs that in order to succeed. But like a guy like RJ Barrett, like like we joking about the whole Hall of Fame stuff or whatever, but RJ Barrett don't need nothing. RJ Barrett just needs to show up to the gym, and you already know that you can rely on him to show up and play basketball.
Yep.
So he doesn't need any special environment in order for him to be successful.
Exactly. And we now see him, running pickup games with Trae Young in the summer. That's interesting because it's like,
He's still
we
laughing.
just.
No, he didn't, yo.
Oh, man.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, but if you guys know me, this is CBD. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh god.
that's for all the kids watching and stuff. That's actually not.
Yo, your man just did some. Your man just.
Yeah, but you heard what I was saying though, right? About the whole like not needing like if you're a good player, you don't need a special environment to succeed. Like Julius Randle. I guess that's another thing too. Julius Randle came here into a situation that better suits his skills.
Hold on, so
coaching
let
and
me
stuff
ask
like
you
that.
this real quick. While
Yeah.
it's on my brain. So
Yeah.
you saying that a player that doesn't produce in one NBA environment can't produce in another NBA environment? You don't think that some of the things that's around them could affect their play?
Yeah, I agree with that. But let's use Julius Randle as an example. Like when he came into the league, he was with the Lakers, right?
Yes.
Different scenario. You got Kobe over there still. There's a bunch of young guys there, so he wasn't going to give you 20 points a game because of the makeup of the team. They had Brandon Ingram, they had Kuzma. All these guys were getting minutes and actively, doing whatever they do. So they were still trying to assess them. So he wasn't going to give you 20 points that first year. And fast forward to when he got to the Pelicans. It's a different situation. He actually was backing up AD, but AD got hurt, so it gave him an opportunity to score a little bit. Because nobody else was there to score. So different situations call for for different types of production. But this guy Obi, if he was on a different team, like if he was on like a trash team. Like I don't know if Obi would have succeeded, or like been like say like in like the let's say if he got drafted to I don't know what's the worst team, Sacramento. Let's say if Obi went to Sacramento instead of Halliburton, right? How would Obi have done over there?
Oof.
Do you think he would have been successful?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
Because I think his own players on his team would have bust his ass
No, I don't know.
on that Sacramento team.
It takes situation, time, and place, bro. I think just the Knicks as a whole, like we're a good situation for Obi Toppin. He was just behind Randall. Randall had a crazy year putting up Larry Bird stats. We can't even I understand it. Like I understand Tibbs. Like I understand why he was playing Randall. Like he was going crazy last season. But at the end of the day, when you want to win championships, I don't know if he would have been good in Sacramento because it's no structure there. Like Lou Walton, you trust Obi with Lou Warren on player developmental staff, or you trust Obi with the Knicks developmental staff?
Yeah, that's the thing that goes back to having like the perfect situation for a player to play. Like if you're really a ball player, then that shouldn't matter. Obi Toppin is older. Somebody posted that in the chat too. He's like 20. What is he, like 34 years old? He got drafted at 34 or whatever. He already got kids, married, and all kind of stuff. He's like a grown man. So, I mean, like, what other kind of situation could he possibly have for him to be successful?
It's tough, bro.
Yeah,
it's tough. It's tough. Like you couldn't predict it because Sacramento, they got De'Aaron Fox. Great point guard player, so he would have been with a great point guard. But it's like Luke Walton or Tom Thibodeau. Who you rather have developing your players when they're at a young age and they're going to get minutes? I think I would kind of have Tom Thibodeau because you kind of have a guy who would instill that structure in the young boys at first. So I think it's just it's something I'll have to deal with, but I understand the reason. So.
Well, I mean, they got Harrison Barnes, they got Rashawn Holmes over there, Marvin Bagley, Mo Harkless. They got a bunch of guys over there that would have fought him for minutes. This guy, Nemanja, is over there. A couple guys that you could reference that was on that team. Those are guys that he would have to mess with. Look at all the minutes distribution that they had. All the guys playing. Basically spread out minutes and stuff. The points per game on this side, you can see a lot of guys score double figures last year. So it would have been tough over there for him to succeed, especially if they were gonna like force feed him stuff. I don't know if he would have been good in like a force feeding kind of situation. You know.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like with the way he's been playing now, I think he would be. Hopefully.
Yeah, but that's a whole year pass.
Right.
Yeah. I get it, Stan. I'm just throwing out there just for argument's sake. But I get it. Some players just need a little bit more time to really get things situated. Because the NBA is not easy, man. Like, it's one thing to be in shape. It's another thing to be in NBA shape. It's one thing to bust Evru or to bust Aiden's behind in the park. But it's a whole different story to really challenge somebody in the NBA. Even the worst player on your team, it's nice.
Well, it's one thing to be NBA ready. It's another thing to be Tibbs ready,
Yeah, that's another thing too.
I mean, I feel like, maybe I think out the gate Obi was ready to have, a big role. Randall suffered the year prior. And then I don't know, I don't know if it was I think it was just a Tibbs thing. And Obi not really like getting any touches and forcing a lot in the beginning of the year. And then, Derrick Rose comes along, we know the story. Gets more touches, builds more confidence. Still doesn't really play that much, but minutes-wise. But, Summer League is hopefully the jump start to changing all of that this year.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at Heck Brizo here. He's talking about the coach in Sacramento. He doesn't preach defense like Tibbs and blah blah blah. But that just popped in my head. Like we didn't say like the main thing about Obi is pick and roll. If he was in like a heavy pick and roll offense, he probably would have shined a little bit more. You would have saw him jumping, dunking. He would have knew that was the play coming for him at all times, rather than him going to the corner and trying to be super active defensively and running back and all that type of thing on like a team like Sacramento. That they probably would have been dumbed down with the offense. Simple pick and roll, get them open, to dunk, and then that would be the end of it. So that actually might have been a decent spot for him, I guess.
So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
You think Marvin Bagley and Obi Toppin can play together? That's what it comes down to, and I damn sure don't think them two can play together.
Well, not only him. This guy, what's his name? Rashawn.
Don't Harrison Barnes play the 4 for the Kings? So
yeah, he's like a big 3. He plays the 4. But that guy Rashawn Holmes, he was like their center, and he's like shorter than Obi, or about the same height or whatever. So I don't know how he would have fit with all those big guys over there.
nah.
Right.
Yeah, it would have been interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
That roster, Sacramento. I don't know.
I don't know if I want to see it again.
I think they got the right guy, bro. I hate their roster, bro. Like their roster is just like you could like Fox, like he could be good, like he could be a championship caliber point guard, but he can't be the best player on your team if you try to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Then like the rest of the pieces is like how you don't draft. If we had the second overall pick, and if the New York Knicks was to ever pick Marvin Bagley over Luka Doncic, that might be the start of our talk every time we record it.
Yo, I don't know how they get away with that. How do teams get away with doing obvious dumb shit like that and nobody says nothing, man? How did they get away with that?
Can you imagine Luka in Sacramento?
He got drafted by Atlanta though, So imagine him in Atlanta. I don't know, man. These NBA teams are bugged out. See, like what I was gonna say, Aiden, is that like you're younger than all of us, right? But the age group in this thing is kind of cool because you're 18, State is like 30 whatever, and I'm 40 whatever. So we can go from times that were like similar to that. But from you Ada, I just want to because you seeing this as like new. We've been seeing it for 20 years. For me,
Yeah.
30. I've been seeing it for like for like damn near 3 decades. You're like, this is something like you just seeing now. What is like your impression of that? Just dealing with the whole media, the way they treat us, and other
Yeah.
teams.
I mean, look, I've been hearing it since the Gallinari Knicks 2008 era. But I mean, I think just growing up, at school, like, I always have like friends from other areas at my school that, were like born in areas like Chicago or like Miami. So, a bunch of different fan bases, at least in my grade. So, it's like it was like first take. It's always been first take at the lunch tables. You argue with the Bulls fans, the Heat fans. Um, I just think. I mean, it's weird because you would think guys like Berman and like everybody like the media in New York would like want to support and uplift, but I think it's just the pressure. I said way before on the first time I ever went on both of your shows, like I think I don't know, it's just the pressure of the city and what everybody expects. um and I mean, I think people build expectations from past success, I guess, if you want to call it that, like the championships, like way back when. I mean, I guess if you want to call it success at some points in the Mellow era, I don't know, like 2013. So I think people just want that, and you're gonna get expectations are gonna start to form because they want, successful years back. And I think that we've exceeded expectations these past couple years. But it's been a struggle, but a long earned reward, I guess. Growing up with, you know, guys uh like Jason Smith on your team, Lua Mudson, uh, Andrea Bargnani. Um, I mean, I liked Trey Burke. Uh, I feel we could have used him a little more at times. Uh, Jarrett Jack with the weirdest full court miss of all time. Uh, it's
Yo,
weird, but
not to cut you off, Aiden, but you see this guy's name here, Olin Polynice. Did you know he got arrested for what do you call pretending to be a police officer?
what?
Yeah, Olin Polynice got arrested for like for
Yo, you've been on fire today, yo.
yeah. I'm saying, but
Who
this
even is
yo
that?
this is the dude that did that. He got arrested for doing that, and they teamed him up with Richardson, excuse me, Mitch Richmond. What did they think was gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? Was that a good idea?
Wait,
Like
why was he pretending to be a cop?
impersonating. I'm sorry,
Oh,
meaningful. I'm an
impersonating.
older guy. You know what I'm
I was
saying?
like, wait a minute, he like fully like, gotcha. Never now it makes a lot more sense.
So me, I'm gonna go back even further than that. See,
Oh
like
no!
I had to watch guys like Jerome James, you know,
Oh man!
Andreas Bargliani. Who we go? Eddie Curry.
Marty
Should
Collins.
I throw Mike Sweetney in there? I'm gonna throw Mike Sweetney in there. Jared Jeffries. Um,
Machilampe.
Clay Anthony early. Othello
Do we do we
Harrington.
do we say Mike Bibby?
Keith Van Horn. Steve Francis. Jordan Hill. Oh my God. We picked Jordan Hill. We could have had Curry.
Wilson Chandler?
Yo, we traded multiple first round picks and then traded more first round picks. We could have drafted Jamal Murray. Like it's tough, bro. Like I didn't grow up with a lot of draft picks. So right now, I just see it as the Bucks they drafted well, but it's all it takes is that one guy. You got to get a guy in the building, groom him. He gonna be he could be your franchise player, or he could be like your option 1A, option 1B type. And that's what I believe in RJ. So it's going. I
Yeah,
see it. I see it. I'm telling you, I see it. I see it. Bro. You might as well buy stock now, bro. Get your
Yeah.
stock ready, bro. Your stock machine. I know you got an app on your phone, bro. You get buy the stock now, bro.
I will say, isn't it interesting if you look at these players on this team like stocks? The Randall should have bought the dip. It's it.
That dip was deep. That was
That was a deep
like a
dip.
Bitcoin. That was a Bitcoin dip, man, with fucking RJ, man.
Oh
I'm
man,
not RJ Randall. He was out of here. You know what I'm saying? He was
I
out of here.
I was hesitant to buy the dip, but when I saw it skyrocket, I got comfortable and comfortable. Then it took
Yeah.
another dip in the playoffs, but then Obi's stock skyrocketed. Crazy. I
Yeah.
this year the stocks will be all over the place. I think, but we'll see.
So Keith Van Horn, Travis Knight, Felton Spencer, Charles Smith, you know, Earl Clark.
Yo, go even further back. Freaking Eddie Lee Wilkins. Like, Lord have mercy. Eddie Lee Wilkins, my God. You know, we had drafted Ewing, and then they went and drafted Lee Wilkins. They thought that we were going to have, like, the twin, you know, at the time, you know, rest in peace and all this, but the Twin Towers, you know, Eddie Lee Wilkins is going to bring us a championship. It's like, what the hell, man?
Yo,
Oh, my
Aiden,
God.
yo, it was so bad, bro. Like, imagine you like 14, bro. Imagine you like 14, and like the president of basketball operations is trading all, like in 2004, like you trade all your first round picks. You get Stephon Marbury and Steve Francis. And you know why this all transpired, Aiden? I swear to God. Because the Knicks traded Ewing. When they traded Ewing, that's when that domino effect, when they made all those stupid signings in free agency, instead of what they should have did was the Leon Rose route, which was, oh, you got a little young core, we add a little couple pieces in there. We ain't gotta go crazy. We ain't gotta give him 70 million. You know, we ain't gotta get Jerome James, and you know, we don't gotta get those guys. So it was bad, bro. It was bad. We had no draft picks, bro. That was crazy, bro. We drafted Frederick Weiss over Ron Artest for him not to even come to America, bro.
Oh man.
Oh, my God.
Oh
Oh
god.
man. I'm seeing Doug Christie in the chat. Shaq destroyed that man and his confidence.
Well, no, Doug Christie was the dude that went to Sacramento. You're talking about Chris Dudley. That's what you're thinking about,
Chris
right?
Dudley, thank you.
Yeah,
There
that
you
was like
go.
the biggest disrespect ever, man. That dunk that Shaq did on him.
But Aiden, like at that time, like the NBA at that time, bro, like it was so many like individual superstars in the NBA at that time. Like it was wild talent in the NBA at that time. Like every team probably had an all star at that moment. Like the Pacers was good, Ron Artest and those guys. Pistons was good. Pistons was really good. They could have drafted Melo, but they drafted Darko Milicic.
Did you
So
see on all the smoke they even promised Melo too? Carmelo said
Detroit promised Melo that they were going to draft Melo.
they
yes,
promised Melo they're in a draft.
Yo, the freaking Larry Brown podcast is coming soon, man. Yo, Larry Brown. Let me tell you, he's like the most overrated coach in the history of the NBA, man. You know, he's from New York and everything. Like people just act like he didn't exist. You know, the team that lost it in the USA, whatever, that was all him with that play the right way bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Larry Brown, man, somebody needs to make a 30 for 30 about his career. You know, about you know, he had a lot of great times. He was probably like one of the greatest point guards in ABA history, if you go back that far as a player in the ABA. But aside from that, as soon as he got into the NBA, you know, it was all just like, I don't know why they kept giving him money. You know, I just don't get it. And then then college teams had the nerve to sign him and say, hey, come run my franchise and teach these kids how to play. What in the hell is going on, man? Yo, that Larry Brown podcast, man, is coming soon, man. I'm telling you.
If that was a sneak peek, I want the whole thing.
Oh, man.
yeah, that's yo. Imagine you going to a Knicks game in 2004. You going to see Stephon Marbury but the coach got him the street clothes.
Man.
Crazy.
Oh, God. So in 2008, we traded for like Zach Randolph. The team looked good on paper. LeBron's supposed to come in 2 years. This is why I don't care about free agency no more. Julius Randle is the best free agent the Knicks had since 2001. Like, and if that's the best free agent we had since 2001, I don't want to hear about nobody telling me about a superstar coming in free agency. Now, if we get to that point, and RJ Barrett is like, he's at that level, and he's on a good contract. Randall's on a good contract. We'll see, but I don't know, man. It's tough right now, man. All these free agents, man, come over here. They stealing money. We got coaches stealing money, paying retirement plans. David Fizdale, he's a thief. He ruined Kevin Knox. He ruined Frank. I'm mad. I'm salty.
You're talking about 2004 Knicks, right? But 2003.
I'm all over. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed about 20 years.
Let me tell you the salary cap. Like, of course, the salary cap was a lot less than it is now, right? So the highest paid player was Allen Houston. $14 million was like It was like $40 million back in the days, right? So Allen Houston was the leader, $14 million. Antonio McDyess was on the team. Before he blew his knee out. Latrell Sprewell had 12. Larry Johnson was still on the books for 9, and he was done. Luke Longley was on the team getting $6 million. Shannon Anderson was getting 6. Charlie Ward, they paid him 5. They got Howard Isley for 5. Clarence Weatherspoon was on the team for 4. Kurt Thomas was on the team. Travis Knight had 4. Othello Harrington was on the team. Michael Doliak, we've been through some stuff as Knicks fans, man. That was the year the 80 was born. That was the year the 80 was born. Oh my God, man!
I'm hearing some of these names for the first time tonight.
Oh my God! I wish I didn't ruin your life with that, man. Don't even look at the stats from that time period, man.
Oh man! Now that you got the Larry Brown pod, I got the 03 Knicks pod on my show coming up.
Oh my God!
Crazy.
Yeah, I remember when we traded for Bargnani. So
I thought it was good on paper. I was like, I love.
Well, he's Italian, you know what I'm saying? So like the word it does look kind of pretty on paper when you write it out.
I liked him in Toronto. I was like, okay, getting some shooters. I didn't know we got a face planting Duncan, whatever the heck that year was. Remember when he shot a 3 when we were up with like 5 seconds left against the Bucks? And even Clyde was like, "What are you doing?"
Whoa! I think Clyde was like that. Clyde was like, "Whoa! Like what?
Oh man,
what is going on here?"
Oh my God!
Yeah, we've been through some stuff, man. Oh my God! Like I'm almost like crying. I'm starting to sweat over here. Stuff. It's like. So I mean, we're painting this picture and stuff. So it's Knicks fans, they complain about nothing, man. There's so much stuff that we've been through that it's like, yo, how could you even complain? How could you put RJ Barrett in the doghouse at this point? After everything that we've been through, a lot of guys already said their ages. There's a lot of 40-year-olds watching, 20, some 20s or whatever, 30s and stuff. You guys got history, so why are we complaining? This is like.
Yo, Bargnani, he was like, he forgot how to play basketball, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. He was so bad, bro. Like, Alfred Payton, matter of fact, I don't know, because Alfred Payton might be the worst nigga I ever seen in my life. So it might be like a Street Fighter fight between Sagat and like Dawson. So I don't know who might win that fight. Mm-hmm. Whoever get their special first, but it's gonna be tough.
whoever get the special out. Oh shit!
It's gonna be tough. Yo, we traded 2 first-round picks for him.
Oh my
And
god.
one of the first round picks was used for the Raptors to get Kawhi Leonard. Like, and I get annoyed by stuff like that. Like, so
Hey, I thought it was good on paper.
Uh, oh
Oh
my god.
man, crazy.
Lord have mercy.
oh god, man.
I
What
was
the hell are
hyped.
we?
He was looking good in the photo shoots in the Knicks jerseys, and then it happens, and it's something I always try to wash away from my memory.
Aiden, I'll lie to you not, brother. I was in my cousin crib on 112th and Lennox, bro. So we in the crib when this trade goes down. So we got the black box cable. The black box with the red letters in the projects. So we looking. So my cousin look at me, he like, dog, y'all don't want to win. He started laughing and repeatedly just laughing like. And I look, I'm like, nah, he could probably give us 20 points. Like, and
That's what I'm saying. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
Dad said
saying.
that.
Right on cue.
I said, yo, he could probably give us 20 points. He like, yo, bro, the Knicks is done for the next 5 years. Now look what happened.
Yeah, but not for nothing. He did average 21 points one year for Toronto, man. I was on that bandwagon too. Is that, yo, he's gonna average 20. He's gonna get this. He's gonna be an all-star. Yo, when he was in Toronto, they didn't give him a chance. I was on that shit. He didn't give him a chance. They didn't put the right people around him. If he had the right development and stuff like that, he's gonna be on the Knicks now and all this other stuff.
It
It's
was
crazy.
it was a fun start of the train ride, and then it just heavily crashed as soon as it got rolling. Yeah, no, I thought it was good on paper. I was like, we got ourselves a score, and
Yeah.
nope, didn't happen.
Yo,
Oh man,
Aiden, like, I don't know what coach you watched growing up for the Knicks. So the best coach in your lifetime you've ever seen is probably Tom Thibodeau. So he's probably God, dude.
no, honestly, I think Woodson.
Damn, man. He just like
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
start hitting the pump in a second, man.
I gotta think about it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, just in terms of like success, I don't know. Just based off of my short lifetime.
We got to be better.
Well, we were kind of blessed too because we had well for me I had Rick Pitino was a coach for a little while. We had what's the other guy, man? The guy that went to Memphis. I can't get his name at the moment. Somebody in the chat will probably say the older guy that went to Memphis. I actually saw him coach with Bernard King. Pat Riley, was like amazing. Then we got Pat Riley, and then that whole thing. We actually had Don Nelson on as a coach one year. As a Knicks fan, we saw a lot of good coaches come through, especially Larry Brown. Larry Brown was probably like one of the greatest coaches. Lenny Wilkins we had as a coach. We had freaking Don Chaney. So many different big name coaches. We've always had coaches.
I mean, what am I supposed to say? I grew up with D'Antoni. I grew up with Jeff Hornacek, Derek Fisher, David Fizdale, and then my only really two good coaches was Woodson and Tibbs. I'm supposed to say Jeff Hornacek's my favorite. And I don't forget Kurt Rambis.
You can't forget Kurt Rambis.
Can't forget Kurt Rambis. Oh man, and the guy when Fizdale got fired, and the guy from Westchester that was called.
Oh, I don't like him, Mike Miller. I
liked him for a short.
You didn't like Mike Miller?
Nah, I got nightmares. Nah, he gave me nightmares.
Nightmares.
He's a nice man.
He gave us winning streaks with that team. Are you kidding me?
The hell with his winning streaks, bro? We should have tanked harder. You kidding me? We should have thrown the young boys out there. You kidding me? You should have tanked harder.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
21 games. I don't care about no 21 games.
But then we wouldn't have got the Hall of Famer, RJ Barrett, right?
No, hell no. Don't even remind me of Mike Miller, bro.
Man.
Don't with him, bro.
I feel you.
Hold on, Aiden. Hold on, my fault, dog. Mike Miller, this man, he's a disgrace. This man started Mohawkless. I remember the day of the trade deadline. We didn't make no trade. This man had Mohawkless and Alfred Payton still starting.
Who else?
Wow.
Who else? Who else could have we started?
We won 21 games for no reason, bro. That was no. I because I'm trying not to lose my cool. I'm trying to keep my cool.
Lose it.
I don't want to. I'm trying to keep my cool, Aiden. I do not like Mike Miller, bro.
I don't know. It gave me excitement for a little bit of hope for the Fizdale era. Okay, can you blame me? After all I grew up with, I finally get some winning streaks with this man. Yeah,
but I agree. We probably should have played Ignis and those guys and Kadeem Allens of the world. We should have played them. To give us
Kenny Wooten. I was so on that. I was literally on that. Like on that Wooten Brazdeikis train, whatever. How do you pronounce his name? Oh,
that was good. Actually, that was good.
Oh, thank you. I totally tried.
He looks good on paper.
Yes, literally leading scorer in Westchester, and you give him 2 minutes on the main roster. Terrible. And now look at him in Orlando. Pains me. I really think he'll be the first. He'll be the first one to break Wilt Chamberlain's record. You know, you think of all these guys, who's going to break the 100 points? It's going to be Ignis Brazdeikis.
Oh, my goodness.
On the Knicks. Watch. At MSG.
Bro. Man, I'll be eating chitlins by that time, man.
Oh, my God. Chitlins. You ever had chitlins, Aiden?
No, I've not.
Yo, you get some laughing motherfuckers today, man. Yo, ask your dad if you ever had chitlins, man, or your mom's, man. Yo, chitlins. Yo, you haven't lived unless you stuck some chitlins in your mouth, and chewed it up, and swallowed it, bro.
Okay, I will do my research.
No,
don't do your research. Just eat it. Just eat it. And then after you eat it, then ask questions, and then you're gonna be like, "What?"
No, you don't want chitlins, bro. Trust me on that.
Look it up. It's cold.
Oh, he left us to look it up. Oh my God!
Oh God, that's funny, man. Oh man.
Yeah, we've been through a lot,
bro. Oh man.
Hey, yo, what? What's that?
Oh man,
what is that?
There's so much history on that, man. Like if you go down the rabbit hole of chitlins, you probably you probably turn into a Black Panther by the end of the week, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So just don't even.
Hold on.
Oh God, he left. Now he's gonna do like heavy research.
Oh God, man. Oh man.
Yo, Aiden's gonna come back as a black man now when he comes back.
I'm glad Aiden is on tonight, man. That laugh, bro. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, Aiden's a funny dude, man. Oh man, I think Aiden's about to go to like a HBCU now, man. After that trip, right? I think he changes his whole major and everything.
Oh man,
we gotta get chitlins off the market. Stop selling chitlins. Why are we eating chitlins? God damn it!
Oh man.
Oh God. Oh,
it was an interesting Google search.
Oh, that was a good laugh, man. That's good. But the question that you asked, because we ran off the road. Now you said that do we got a chance in the East? Yo, hey, so Aiden, I'm gonna ask you. So this is probably one of the best rosters that you've seen. Just sitting on the roster depends on who.
The ceiling of the roster.
Meaning, like first round, second round, or conference finals. Who do you pin that on? The young core, Randall, Tig, like who?
I think it's gonna be dependent on. I mean, I'm looking at last year. You look at the dominoes that fell, and you look at the chemistry that what's so funny.
I'm sorry. I'm just reading
No,
the chat.
the chat, they going crazy.
Oh man. Oh man.
I'm telling you, play ball. You get some of the chitlin. Look, me, I ain't eating no damn chitlin. I don't give a damn how. I don't give a damn what's on earth. God can't give you to eat some damn chitlin.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be walking around with hot sauce in his pocket. Yo, Aiden, why you walking around with hot sauce, man? You ever taste chitlins?
We get some rice and beans. Nice
Oh,
cup of
man.
Kool-Aid. Oh man.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I hate to really mess up the subject, but you wanna Google something, Aiden? Google Fournier's disease.
Oh no!
State don't know about it. State, you want to Google it? Yo, I challenge anybody in the chat right now to Google Fournier's disease.
Bro, when he put that tweet out, and I saw whatever Grand Gray, whatever that was.
Oh, look, State is going down a rabbit hole. Don't break your phone, bro. Okay. Click the pictures. Once you Google it, click the images and see what you see. Oh my god. How about some chitlins, bro?
Oh man.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, State. I'm sorry anybody else that played the game too, man. Oh my god. So anyway.
Oh, that's funny.
Yo, Daha, you go to hell for that one. You go to hell for that one.
I've done worse, man. So I think I'm already on my way there.
Crazy. I guess in terms of the ceiling of this roster, I don't know. I think it depends on I think it depends. I think the real strength of this team, is what chemistry ends up creating. It's gonna be like, we look at we look at last season.
Nah. You gotta put some of these comments
man.
in there. They on fire, bro. They is on fire. I can't lie, the last 10 minutes, I didn't even know when I said the chitlins comment. It's going wrong with that. But no, I didn't even get to the subway, brother.
Yeah, I don't know how you made it, man. Because when you finish work, when you finish work and you coming home, that was like the peak of the madness, bro.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, like, so I was getting on work. I got the notification to my phone like 2 blocks away from my job. So I called bro, and bro just happened to be in the area to where I was going to. So I was like, yo, man, matter of fact, drive me all the way to the Bronx. So he did me that solid.
Yo, you owe him some chitlins. Some stuff, not for real. You owe him like a big favor for that, man.
I gave a little, gave him something.
Oh man.
But shout out to my bro, man. I appreciate that because it was crazy. Like it was like 40, 50 people on the bus. And I was in the back. So I just got off the bus on like 110 for like Madison. And I walked over to the bro, and he drove me to the Bronx. But it was crazy out there, bro. And it was cars. Cars was on the road. Like cars are still on the road, matter of fact.
Yeah. Stranded.
Still on the road. People abandon their cars. Once the water gets to your like computer chip in your car, whatever it is, it's a piece of scrap.
Yeah. Any kind
I
of
was
water damage.
I was supposed to go out that night, which was nuts. I was gonna meet up with all my friends for a fantasy football draft, and they were like, "No, doing it on Zoom." Thank God.
Yeah, thank God we all learned how to do that because that saved a lot of people
Yeah.
trouble or whatever. Yo, I got the Uber up there. They was charging $20 rides for like $95.
Wow.
You know, it was crazy. I don't know how anybody made it home the other night.
Crazy. And I don't know. I mean, is it gonna hit again? Do we know? I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I mean, winter's coming, so you know something's gonna happen, and we in
Yeah.
hurricane season at the moment too. So
Yeah.
so is this a Knicks podcast?
I'll say shout out to State's friend. Shout out to Chitlins. I don't even. I don't know. I think this is the wildest episode of Die Hard Knicks podcast by far.
It's up there.
And the chat's been on fire the whole time. Oh man, this is great.
So
now
I mean,
I gotta go have a whole conversation about chitlins with my parents.
Yo,
like,
no,
it's like
nah,
yeah, they were like, I don't know about you going on that podcast, but, you know, you're starting college and stuff, so you know, I don't want you to.
Oh man.
It's gonna be like, what you asked me?
Oh man.
Like, you never know. He probably eat chitlins though.
Yeah, he said.
Surprise.
Yeah, he gonna be like, chitlins. Aiden, go in the refrigerator and get the hot sauce. We're going for a ride.
I'll ask Mr. Donahue today. We'll get that take. Oh man, that's funny.
Man.
So I mean, State was trying desperately to get us to talk about like the Knicks again, the whole ceiling and stuff. So
That's
dead.
That ship is sailed.
Oh my god.
Oh man,
that made my
that's
week.
funny. Crazy.
Cause goddamn it, man, Tibbs just need to play them damn kids. That's what it comes down to. He getting me mad. I ain't like the way he did. Obi Toppin 11 minutes. That's stupid. He needs to play at least 20 minutes per game next season. I don't care about no, because I don't want to hear that. Quickly, he need to play at least 25 minutes per game. There should be no reason why he's playing less than 25 minutes. I feel like they both gonna help with winning.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Burt now. Dar, you look at me like that. I didn't see. We both didn't see games where Burks, Bullock, and them boys was just shitting the bed. I don't want to see
let
those
me say
this season.
Yeah, Aiden's about to tell you right now.
I don't want
I'll
to
say
see certain
this.
people on the court this season if they're shitting the bed because we have
I'll
the
say
talent
this.
on the bench.
When we get past the first round and succeed, the Knicks will be smoking that chitlins pack.
Oh man. Something wrong with you, Aiden, man. Something wrong with you, bro. Oh my god. Something wrong with you, kid.
Man.
I don't think you're all the way there, bro. I think you need to see somebody.
Oh man. Oh man. Nah, Burks. See, I know what Burks could bring. I seen your comment. But what they did to Alec Burks in the playoffs, they treated him like a crash test dummy, bro. Like,
But didn't he win us a game though?
What?
Yeah. Wasn't he the leading scorer in game 1?
Yeah. He almost won us game 1 by himself.
And Frank scored 20 and 10 one time. Whoop the goddamn do. We gonna hang out. That's what we hang our hat on.
Well,
we
look.
Stomped out.
Yo, you said quickly got to average 20 minutes a game, right?
Yes.
Okay, so where's those minutes coming from? If we got Walker, definitely got to play over 20, right? You know, my man Derrick Rose got to play over 20.
Yes. Okay. Continue.
Fournier is going to be playing shooting guard. RJ is going to play shooting guard sometimes.
They both gonna play 20 plus minutes. Go ahead.
Right, and then Alec Burke has got to play.
I want him to play at least 20 minutes. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep going.
So you want Alec Burke to play 20 minutes too?
All of them gotta play, bro. It is no way. I would be mind boggled if Tibbs do not play at least 8-9 guys 20 minutes a game. Honestly, 8
That's
guys.
the new math, I guess.
Nah, some gotta give. I can't do this with Thibodeau. This playing these players, overplaying them. You want to be up 20. You still want to have Randall in the game. You don't want to play Obi and Randall together at the 4 or 5. Like you never want to go small. So you re-sign early. He better go. So I don't know, man. All them excuses is thrown in the garbage for me next season. He is too old. He's too grown to be coaching that way in the playoffs. He got out coached by Nasty Nate. Nasty Nate did him dirty. I ain't like the way how Nate McMillan out coached Thibodeau that way. Like you had a clipboard in your hand. Your arms folded. You yelling at the ref like the ref is killing you. No, Gallinari killing Randall. You're not even scheming for that. You're just leaving Randall out there like a fucking Thibodeau.
Well, times have changed. Times have changed. We got the dynamic duo Canadian Bacon, Dwayne Bacon and RJ Barrett.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the talent level is definitely a lot better. So we're not going to be stuck on an island with Peyton and Reggie Bullock steering the ship. You know what I'm saying? And Julius Randle fighting for his life with RJ Barrett trying to figure out what he's going to do. It's a whole different scenario next year. So I think the minutes probably will be like closer to 30 for everybody because just for the simple fact for we have that much talent on the roster.
I'm sorry, Tricky Nicky. I'm not going. I promise. I try not to see Thibodeau. See, it angers me. I didn't like the way. I didn't like how we lost in the playoffs, bro. Like, it's hard to sleep at night thinking about the way Nasty Nate out coached Tibbs that way. Like, Tibbs looked horrible in the playoffs. If Randall looked bad, he looked horrible.
But they had Trey Young guarding Reggie Bullock in the corner, just standing there because Reggie Bullock couldn't move. He was stuck he couldn't do anything. So they just put Trey Young on him, and Trey Young was full of energy. He could have played 48 minutes a game with no sweat on his body because he wasn't playing any defense at all. So this year it's not going to be the same thing. Kemba Walker, he's going to be definitely guarding Kemba Walker, and then if it's not Kemba Walker, it's going to be Derrick Rose. So that's going to be different. Instead of Bullock standing there, it's going to be Fournier.
So y'all you can't scheme off that? He's a coach. You got a drawing, you got a clipboard. Do an off-ball play where Reggie Bullock is coming off the screen. That's don't sound difficult to me. Or maybe Tibbs is just 63 and he want to win the way he wants.
Well, Fizdale would have had Reggie Bullock coming off screens. That's what he was doing with Wayne Ellington. That worked out pretty good, I think.
Fizdale tried to make RJ change his jump shot. Fizdale could go to hell.
No, but going into next season, I think we'll just definitely be in a whole better situation. So it won't be the same, the same thing like last year. Even if Tom Thibodeau is stubborn and wants to play the starting line at 48 minutes a game, he just doesn't have Alfred Payton and he doesn't have, Bullock, in the starting line. And Mitchell Robinson is healthy. He doesn't have Nerlens Noel. So we're just in a different space of time now.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a new timeline for Kang the State Conqueror.
Wait, hold on. See, this is where I get annoyed. I'm looking at the stupid Hawks right now, and their players' minutes per game from last season. They have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, exactly what I would like. They got at least 8 players playing at least 25 minutes per game. That's 8.
But you got to factor in injuries though.
Yeah, I can, but I'm saying that's their averages, so I could just go for that. I watch the Knicks every night. Like, I know Tibbs was overplaying certain players. Like, he was playing players in blocks, bro, for no reason. Like, let them young boys get some run. overworking your players. I don't like how. God forbid, I do not want him to overwork Randall. And then I'm not even going to say what I want to say because I don't even want to put that in the air. Like, because that man has always been healthy. Like, God forbid. But come on, yo, 8 players, 28 minutes, 30 minutes per game, 24 minutes per game, 29, 30, 29, 29, 33 minutes. They're leading minutes is 34 minutes per game. Come on,
Right.
dog. Come on, Aiden.
But
Come on.
you got to
Tibbs
look at
getting
the games
somewhere.
played too. Bogdan only played 44 games. DeAndre
Mhm.
Hunter only played 23 games. Collins only played 63. He didn't play the full 72. Cam Reddish
Mhm.
only played 26. Gallinari only played 51. You know what I'm saying? Tony Snell was had to play. You know,
Mhm.
as soon as these guys got healthy, Tony Snell was out of here. You know, he
Yeah,
wasn't going to play anymore.
but the guy substituting him for that injury reserve, right? But you see Solomon Hill here. Yeah, it was 21 minutes per game. Yo, this is ridiculous,
Yeah,
yo.
but look at Solomon Hill's production. 4 points a game, 3 rebounds. So like he was basically only playing because of injuries. He
Yeah,
would
but
have
he playing a role. And he's playing a role. But what I'm getting at is they're using their bench. They're playing them minutes, like not just 4 minutes here, put in the starter. Like it's not like that. Like they're playing them minutes.
but that's due to injury though. Is what I'm saying. Because I mean, once the guys came back, Solomon Hill wasn't playing anymore. So those minutes that he got don't factor into the team anymore. Because he's just not going to play anymore. You get what I'm saying? That's why his minutes is 21 because outside because he only played well he played 71 games. He started 16. You know, he started 16. Solomon Hill, he's a bum. How did he start 16 games? You know what I'm saying? Because it was out of necessity. So he might have in some of those minutes he might have had, more than he should have gotten because there was nobody else to play. You know?
Mm.
Cam Reddish too. Cam Reddish only played 21 games and he averaged 28 minutes a game. So I mean, for like the rest of the year, 50 something games, he didn't play. So somebody else had to fill in that spot. So that's going to boost up people's minutes.
I mean, I don't disagree. I'm just saying, like the person that's replacing that said player that's hurt, they're averaging 20 minutes also. It's not like it's not like he's only playing for like 10. He's only playing 10 minutes per or 11 minutes per. No, he's actually playing 21 minutes, 20 plus minutes per game. So he's getting run. And Trey Young, he only has 34 minutes per game. They're
I
not
get what you're saying.
overworking. They're not overworking their players. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I get what you're saying. If it was Tibbs would have just had Randall and them guys playing 48 minutes straight, and nobody would be playing. I get what you're saying with that. So it definitely would have been different if Tom Thibodeau was the coach. But I mean,
Yeah.
the guys are trying to win games, though. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really fault it because I mean, we didn't have a lot of talent, so you had to have Randall on the court because who else was scoring? You had to keep RJ out there because who else did we have that could score? That could score, or run the offense through.
Right. We didn't have Mitch.
And setting picks, no lob threat.
Yeah. So we were missing a big chunk of guys that could create success.
Yeah.
Do I gotta be the objective one right now? Do I gotta be the objective one. So we was missing Mitch. So what y'all telling me is if we had Mitch, we would have fared better in this playoff series.
Absolutely. Are you crazy? Absolutely. Are you questioning that?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, we would be in a better position.
I agree. We probably would have fought harder and got 4-1. All right.
Well, if we had Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle wouldn't have to fight for his life for rebounds because he had Nerlens Noel standing there going like this, from Clint Capella, by himself. So at least if Mitchell was there, it would have stand a fight a little bit, inside against Clint Capella and things of that nature,
Yeah, definitely.
Depends, bro. It depends, man. I don't know, bro. The way Tibbs was coaching, bro, I'm so down on Tibbs, bro. He probably would have still got spanked 4-1. Because just removing Alfred Payton like in the third game of the playoffs, like, ruined the whole like chemistry of the starting five and on the bench because our bench was winning. They was doing well when Rose was coming off the bench with IQ and Burks. Now you take Rose, you start him, you remove Alpha Payne, you speed up the start line. It's like, damn, and we still got the same result. We still got stomped out. But we'll see. We gonna see them soon. But I'm just saying, I brought them up because the minutes per game, like they don't. I just don't want Tibbs to overrun these plays.
I get it.
You know
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah, definitely agree with you.
What an episode.
What an episode.
Oh man. Crazy.
could've-
Knicks history lesson, chitlins, and bunch of other stuff.
We could've-
Yeah, Fournier disease.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh,
crazy,
man.
yo. You crazy. I'm never listening. You crazy. Y'all done did like four things out of night tonight that was out of line.
I'm sorry, man.
4 things that was out of line, man.
Yeah, man. That's what you get for being on here, man. If I'm here, I'm gonna say something that nobody should be saying.
Crazy.
Here we
What
go.
Those are the playoffs right there, man. So I mean, check out the minutes. Who should we have played? I mean, the one thing with Tom Thibodeau, he should have been more prepared before the playoffs started. Because I mean, look at Alfred. Alfred only played 2 games, and he averaged 6 minutes. So that was a waste. So that should have been nipped in the bud before the playoffs started. So I mean, if you was gonna go to Frank in a defensive situation, he should have just started Frank at that point. And then keep Rose off the bench because that was working for us. That should have been the game plan. Of course, Manuel quickly and we top him with the 15 and 13 minutes a game. Those minutes probably should have went up a little bit. I guess that's really it. And then Reggie Bullock had no business getting
That's
32 minutes a
crazy.
game.
Bullock 32 minutes.
Nah, playoffs is money time. I don't mind it in the playoffs. Playoffs is money time. I ain't even gonna lie. Playoffs is when you try to get that money. I don't mind a couple players playing 30 plus minutes. I ain't gonna. I'm just talking about the regular season. Like in the playoffs, it's cool.
But Reggie Bullock, I mean, eight points and stuff, and he's supposed to be there for defense, and he wasn't locking nobody down. It wasn't locking and he wasn't shooting the three all that well. What was his percentage from three? He shot 34%, 2 for 5. But if he wasn't shooting threes, he wasn't doing nothing else.
Oof. RJ shot 38%. 38% from the field. Those numbers is terrible. Oh my goodness.
You can kind of give RJ a pass though, because he's going to be a future Hall of Famer, right, Aiden?
Yeah. Give him a pass.
Yeah, you have to. Buy. I mean, it's not dipping, but buy it now, because apparently in State's mind, it's gonna skyrocket to Hall of Fame status real quick.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be all right, man.
I think so too. I mean, look, if Mitchell Robinson was in this Hawks series, we would have won 2 games. Trae Young's floater would have been blocked game 1. We would have won 2 games. I don't know what the Atlanta games would look like though, and maybe we win game 5. I don't know. It's all like what ifs,
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew Philly was. I knew Philly could be had, bro. I knew Philly could be had, yo. And Philly was a team like that I really wanted first round. Because I knew they could be beat. I knew they could, because of last year, last year they fell. And then this season, it was just something was just off with them this year. I don't know. Whenever I watched them, it was like at home, they play like a different team than when they play away. And they don't play hard. They don't play hard when they're away. I don't know. Philly just weird. And nah. They got their own shit to deal with, to be honest.
Yeah. They're like the Knicks. All the drama in the world over there.
Nah, not really. I disagree. Elton Brand is really terrible at his job. He's really bad at his job.
now Trae Young is wondering if Drake passes Jay-Z.
I,
What do you think about that, Aiden?
I my brain cells have no comment. I mean, I was a fan of Donda. There's some good songs on there. Certified Lover Boy, I need to listen to it a few more times, but it was an first listen last night. I don't know. Maybe I should gotta listen to it a few more, but I mean, I don't know what pack he was smoking, Trae Young, the chitlins
The
or
Chitlin
something
pack.
else to make that tweet, but who knows?
Yeah, shout out to Uncle Fulia. He just came in here. He said, "Yo, I know I didn't just hear RJ Barrett Hall of Fame talk, and now he's
All
he's
state,
wondering,
what
all
you,
state. It wasn't me.
brother?
yo, but now he sees that, and then he hears Aiden talking about chitlins. He probably like, what the hell is going on here?
Rewatch this.
Yeah,
This.
yeah, it's worth it, man.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
man,
crazy.
I can't wait for this season, man. We're gonna see a lot in preseason because if the summer league, well, if the style of play for the summer league team carries over to the big club, and it is a drive and kick offense, you know, because the summer league team was launching threes. I think they launching the most threes out of the whole summer league. Like they was launching like 43s a game. So I would like for them to have that same play style now with this current team. Because you constantly pick and roll with Kimba, Mitch, and Mitch. And you have RJ, Randall. Like they both shot 40% from three. So it's gonna be hard to sag off for guys. But I would like to see some more like schemes. I want to see some more schemes. Like I would like to see Randall and Mitch in a 4-5 pick and roll. Like I feel like I've never seen that before on the Knicks. Like I want to see some more Spain pick and roll. Like, I want to see some more RJ Barrett and Julius Randle pick and roll with Randle rolling to the basket. I need to see just better offense. Please. Damn, the playoffs, I was spoiled. You see how many hockey assists them boys was throwing?
Yeah, but the guys got to be skilled in order to do it. Like I said, when the ball gets to Reggie Bullock, that's it. When the ball gets to Elfrid Payton, that was it. Gets the ball when the ball goes to Nerlens, that's it. But now we just got better talent, man. So like you're talking about the offense and the pick and rolls and stuff. We definitely gonna have it just for the simple fact that Kemba's here. You got Kemba here. You cannot have an offense without having to run those type of pick and rolls and things of that nature. So we definitely gonna have a more elaborate offense just because the talent just for the simple fact the talent is better.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you both right now. I'm gonna come back to this specific podcast and I'm gonna re-record this moment so I could play this moment right before New Year's. So RJ Barrett will average 20 points this season. Yes or no? I need the answer right now.
I think we're gonna win 48 games. That's
No.
what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I
think we're getting out of the first round.
Yeah, like RJ Barrett averaging 20 points is not important. As long as we win as a team,
we're gonna be winning. We're gonna be
Yeah.
winning. He already averaged 17 a game. You're gonna be so we're assuming that his numbers is gonna jump again. He's 21 going on. He should be 22. His fourth NBA season. He should be getting better. He's picked the third overall pick. The last couple of third overall picks, I mean, that third year, they had it jumping. They started averaging 20 points. I mean, I don't know what type of expectations you would want, but for me, I gave him the gold jacket already. Terrell, you damn right. So for me, I don't know about y'all, but for me, I need to see 20 plus. I need to
should I push play on that highlight?
What you say?
Should I push play on the RJ Barrett highlight?
You don't need to because
it's context though.
It's not the same RJ no more because this RJ we about to see is about 6'7", 6'8". This is
no. I'm talking about the Drew. I'm talking about the Drew Halen pure sweat mixtape, the one that just dropped.
I mean, hell, if you want to do it, this is the
I
Hall of
would. I
Fame
would. Be,
RJ campaign.
I wouldn't be shocked if he got 20 points per game.
Yeah, me
But
neither.
like, remains to be seen.
All right, I'm gonna run the tape real quick, just for context purposes. All right, so what do you think about that after seeing that?
That off the dribble is smooth. I'm here for it. I hope we see that.
But we're talking about coming down the court and pulling up. Anytime any move that he goes to the basket is not going to be something that he did off his own thing. It has to be a pick involved in order to get RJ to go to the basket. So that's another thing too.
Yep. Or his newest weapon, the right hand, is gonna lead the team to victory.
That's the right hand of God right there, Mr. RJ Barrett.
Crazy! Oh my God!
Kawhi wasn't double cross hezzy people in his sophomore year. Come on, yo, y'all got that take time. That's skill. You know how hard it is to dribble with both hands like that.
So is he gonna drop 20 points or not?
Yes.
Or are we gonna wait for him to develop the right hand and the hezzy cross tween? Skip through that lane.
I don't want to
Oh man.
RJ can't average 20. Come on now.
I mean, but
All NBA second team defensively. Come on now.
We got 4 guys that can average 20, and then Rose can average 22. And Burke, he showed that he could score a lot. So we got a bunch of guys that can actually score this basketball now.
Let's just hope RJ is lights out from free throw. He almost cost Duke the season when he was in college from the free throw line. As Mr. Hall of Fame, future Hall of Famer.
Yeah, man, he choked in the clutch moments, man. What you got to say about that?
I believe did the young brother get his own rebound and laid the ball up?
I mean, but he almost choked. What Hall of Fame? I mean, I don't know.
Wait, Hall of Famers don't choke in college?
No. I know they do.
Don't let your man go down this rabbit hole, B.
I know they do.
Melo didn't choke. Melo didn't choke.
I don't need to bring up Melo. I can bring up a bunch of Hall of Famers who choked.
I stopped myself. I stopped myself. I was in the
To a college, like lose early in the tournament. I know a couple NBA Hall of Famers who's done that. Chris Webber, cough.
That was a long time ago, though.
Mm-hmm. One of our Hall of Famers that I ain't even gonna bring up his name. We know what happened to him with Black Jesus. Yo, Black Jesus been haunting Pat since college, bro.
Who's that?
Come on, man. Come on.
What Black Jesus?
What MJ? Don't remember what? I don't want to bring up what happened in college.
Yeah, but Ewing also won a championship in college too.
He did.
Yeah.
Well,
He won a national championship.
He stayed at college all 4 years.
I think he played. Did Ewing play 2 or 3 years? I'm not exactly sure. Chat.
Patrick Ewing lost to Jordan
phone a friend
in the championship game.
I think Ewing won. He won. He beat Phi Sigma Jamma if not mistaken. Well, Ewing I think played 3 years in college because I remember him losing to Villanova in like a historical game. They basically had the cheat code that game. They couldn't miss. And I think against Jordan. So it was 3 times that they made it to the finals, if I'm not mistaken.
Hell yeah. Jordan versus Pat. Georgetown versus North Carolina, brother.
Yeah, but then
Champion.
he beat Hakeem for the chip 1 year.
Damn, that's tough. That's Black Jesus. I'm glad we don't got no Black Jesus in the NBA right now. Because Giannis is beatable. He's beatable with the team we got. We go up against the Bucks. It ain't something like, yo, we ain't got no shot. It ain't like that. So
Yeah.
But hold on, we don't know what the 50-piece Chick-fil-A chick nuggets did to Giannis right after he won the chip. Could have given him some otherworldly superpowers.
It probably gave him diarrhea, if anything.
Oh man, crazy. I mean, look,
84.
I see us having a successful year.
Yeah. There's a lot of variables that can happen that can actually put us like as far as we want to say. We can. I mean, like if the Bucks can make it to the championship, because they didn't exactly steamroll teams. They didn't actually play perfect basketball. They had a lot of games that were like iffy. They didn't know if they were going to win or lose. Little things happen, throughout the game. So I mean, the same thing can happen to the Knicks if everybody's healthy and this, that, and the other. It
Oh,
goes right on cue, Mr. Evergreen.
Stop it.
Evergreen been saying that for like the last few pods, that the Knicks gonna win the championship. It's very possible though, man. But the chips will have to fall in our place. Guys will have to be healthy. Cardiac Kemba, we got Fournier. All these. It's possible. Julius Randle got another year of experience. RJ got experience. And anything is possible, man.
I only see
Sure.
championship if RJ Barrett. I only seen one other player. It's a couple players you seen maybe make the type of jump. It's only one other player I could think of in the past like 15 plus years. Like I said, like in his third year, you was like, whoa. And that was D Wade. It's the only player. And remember, he won the chip. But like Aiden, like I swear to God, like watching D Wade from his second year, from that second year going to his third year, you didn't think he would turn into Flash that fast. Like he became really good, really fast. Like that.
But who named him Flash though?
Shaq.
There you go. He had Shaq on his team. He had Shaq on his team. He had, Antoine Walker. He had Gary Payton. He had Alonzo Mourning was still on that squad. The White Chocolate was there. They had a bunch of guys on that team. So, that team wasn't together the whole time. They had a whole bunch of different things going on. Because they had Lamar Odom, because they traded for Shaq. They traded Shaq for Lamar Odom and all those guys. So they had a whole different roster before Shaq got there. So anything can happen. Lightning in the bottle, get the right group of guys together, and next thing you know, you're in the finals. With if the East is weaker, Philly, depending on what Philly does, you don't know what they're gonna do. Do you trust Chicago? Do you trust some of these other teams that are out there?
Right. You never know.
Yeah, Kyrie might retire.
Right. I mean, who thought we were going on a 9-game winning streak in April, right?
Yeah.
I mean, anything can happen. So we'll see.
Yeah, I just said Kyrie might retire because I'm quite sure that he's not vaccinated. You know what I'm saying? So what if he just don't want to play? Remember we was talking about that? We was talking about the whole vaccination thing.
Yo, ooh. I just thought about it. Yo, dog, I wouldn't be surprised if Kyrie get traded. I wouldn't be surprised if he get traded this season. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he get traded in season. Now I put two and two together. I don't even think it needs to be said. Well, you could say it out loud if you want, but
like I said, anything can happen, man. Durant could get hurt again. All these guys, Harden could be by.
No. Think about Mark Berman with them articles. We got them joints already in the drafts.
Mark Berman's watching this right now, getting everything
He's
ready.
like,
All
that's a good idea.
all the Nick beat writers, you know, they all got that ready, and you know he got the religious thing, but that's gonna be a real distraction, bro. That's gonna be a real distraction, like, and I just hope that we already spoke about it, but once again, like, I just hope they keep that private, man, for the Knicks, man, because that's gonna be a distraction. Kyrie, like a superstar.
Mhm.
You gotta sit there and really think about it. Like they say, you can't play home games, bro. New York media is gonna eat that alive, and people gonna have to choose sides, and they gonna put Adam Silver on the hot seat, and then that's you can't affect the bottom line. And yo, dog, you might be on something there.
But we just throwing stuff out there. These all variables that they could change the whole season. So, it's not outside of the realm of reality. That these something could happen to other teams that could boost us up. That's what gets teams to the finals. That's what makes stuff like that happen. Yeah. Like every team has their story. Every team that wins the championship has their story and like how they got there. It's
Yeah.
never just cut and dry.
It comes with that first. You got to get that first guy in the building, though. You got to get those first guys in the building. Well, in this case,
We
it's
did.
so funny. It's so funny. We drafted RJ and we signed Julius Randle in the same summer.
We already had Mitchell Robinson in the cut, starting center. Then we went and got Kemba Walker and Fournier. It's a great story, man. Derrick Rose is sitting on the bench, Hall of Famer.
Yep.
The scene is set.
You went from Fizdale to Tibbs, or Fizdale to Mike Miller to Tibbs.
Yeah, we went from IKEA to Raymore and Flanagan. What's next? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna, going crazy here.
Oh man, we what's like a hotel chain? We went from like a Holiday Inn to a Ritz-Carlton or something.
Right.
Yo, man. Y'all crazy, man. Chitlins, man. Yeah, man.
Damn, and this is the Chitlins podcast. I feel like changing the thumbnail now. The thumbnail's kind of dope, but I think I'm gonna put a pot of chitlins in the background.
I hope Tibbs is dead. We talking all this good now. We could talk all this good talk we want. This family talk we want. Tibbs better not get out coached again, get punched out the first round. Because James Dolan about to go and start looking at Leon Rose with that side eye. Like, yo, bro, know about that first round, bro.
Oh man.
That, man. We'll see though.
Yeah.
James Dolan look like he drink 40s. He look like he drink like Old English. That's like his favorite drink.
Stop judging Matt, man.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Crazy.
Oh man. I guess we could wrap it up, right? We about to go into hour number 2, 142 right now.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever, they just call the cops on state.
Yeah, you reach out, y'all. Come down, yo. Come yo, yeah, I'm out of here, man. It's almost damn. I was man. I didn't even expect us to be on that level. But Aiden, man, shout out to you, bro. Dog, shout out to you, bro. I'm out of here. I appreciate the chat. Tricky Nikki, May 4th, Jarrell, Evergreen G, all of you guys, man. I appreciate y'all always tuning in with us. But I'm out of here. Peace out. Y'all know where to find the podcast. Apple Pod, Stitcher, Google Pod, Google Play. Y'all know, man. All right, y'all.
Yeah, peace, state. Mr. Aiden, you gotta say your part in shots too, bro.
Yeah. Nick at Nick's Community Instagram and Twitter.
You already know.
Yeah. Oh man, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's fun, man. It's a good perspective. We got three different generations of Knicks fan coming together, having a good time. It was good, man. Good stuff.
Yeah, man, it's good. I'm excited. I'm excited for the next one.
Yeah, we'll promote the channel too, man, because you're starting to boost the channel now, the Knicks community on YouTube.
Right. I can now say, guys, everybody go subscribe to Nick's community on Instagram or and on YouTube. What the heck am I saying? Yeah, man. I got the Nick's community podcast now up on YouTube. I got Die Hard and Stayed Up on there. I got guys like Papa Left on there. We're gonna get some exciting guests. We got Julito McCullum is gonna come on soon. I know you just had Chris Persiani or Persianen, who I know State, always gets in beefs with on Twitter, but we got him coming on, and just we're at 13 subscribers, we're slowly, building, and I'd appreciate it if you guys would subscribe. It's just Nick's community. That's it. So yeah. Thanks
Man.
for letting me have that little moment. Thank you.
No doubt, man. So enjoy your college trip, man. You're in Cleveland now, doing your whole college tour. Good luck with that.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I'll be back in the Big Apple tomorrow. So it's we're gonna get the chitlins red carpet out for you.
God damn. Oh, man. Life will never be the same now, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Exactly.
All right, man. Good night, man. Thanks for coming in, hanging out and stuff. Peace to the chat.
Thank you, guys. Yes, thank you, guys. Tricky, Nikki, everybody. Thank you guys so much for the support, and it means a lot. And I'll be back on soon. So, adios, everybody.
Yeah, man.
Peace.
Peace, guys. See you guys in the next one.